Townsfolk recognized pretty early on that their children would need more than what they could learn from their hornbooks. They would travel to the homes of learned men to study reading, writing, and arithmetic. In 1725, the town decided to build its first school, Peaked Top School, a replica of which I'm sitting in now. Peaked Top followed the one-room schoolhouse model, where students of all ages and abilities would be together in one room based on where they lived. In Little Compton, with Peaked Top on the Commons, it wasn't possible for many students to attend school. So the town would physically move the entire building of Peaked Top Schoolhouse to different areas of town using teams of oxen. Over time, because you can imagine that that was quite an undertaking, they started adding additional schoolhouses. In 1828, the state of Rhode Island took over responsibility for education across the entire state. So by 1844, we had 9 school districts with 9 schoolhouses. That year, Rhode Island paid $323 towards education here in Little Compton, and the town only paid $41.
By the time this map was made in 1870, we had expanded to 10 school districts.
Gradually, the idea of a one-room schoolhouse fell out of favor, and they separated the schoolhouses into grades, somewhat like what we'd experience today. But that meant that the schoolhouse that you needed to attend might be on the opposite end of town, and you needed a way to get there. Townsfolk came together to create what was essentially a bus service, and one of those key townsfolk was Lewis Rogers. In 1929, the school was combined together again with one district and one centralized school in the Commons, which was named for Josephine Wilbur, who had fought so hard for it to include a high school. Over time, it didn't make sense for the high school to continue to be here in Little Compton, so we began to send our students to area high schools instead. In 1973, we added a middle school, and that was named for Catherine McMahon, a beloved long-term superintendent of Little Compton schools. And that is how we have today the Wilbur and McMahon schools here in Little Compton.